if you're not grateful for the ups in your life or the downs that have brought you somewhere that you never imagined you would be, what are you doing?
People who live in cities like Dubai, they don't know what's enough. And that's the starting point of having a miserable life.
Choosing to surround yourself with people who are going to prove that right. Ask if I have the capacity to listen to you. Do not dump your problems on me. Loving yourself, and loving yourself is not just you going to a barber shop, a massage, or no, loving myself means I have to make decisions related to people in my life.
We obviously want to have a great relationship with a beautiful girl, but then you look at the competition and it's like 30, 35-year-old men with money, good looks, good cars, fancy stuff. You barely have money to invite a girl for a lunch. So you open TikTok and this guy is saying that if you don't have a Bugatti, you fail life. In this episode, I spoke to Rahaf, someone that celebrates life. This is her own words. Somebody that survived a suicide attempt. Rahaf made me uncomfortable throughout the conversation, but I took that with a grain of salt. Anyone who makes you uncomfortable is doing you a favor. Watch this episode. We spoke a lot about mental health, especially men's mental health, relationships, and more. Enjoy. Should we do this?
Let's go.
Rahaf, for people who don't know you, please describe yourself with your own words.
Oh, I'm a life celebrator. I love reminding people of their magic or their power or what makes them unique. I would stop at that, which is I'm a life celebrator. I celebrate life in all its forms. And I love showing people why they're special, why they're strong, especially when they can't see it for themselves.
And they can see it.
When they cannot see it for themselves, because sometimes we do forget.
You have to be reminded. So your name in Arabic means delicate.
Delicate, yes,
Right.
Rahaf.
All right. The first time we spoke, you asked me the meaning of my name.
I did.
And I was like, barely anyone asks me that.
I love asking people, what is the meaning of your name? Because I do believe that we reflect or we live the meaning of our names. And I know a story about someone who got ill from birth. And here and there, someone told them, have you considered to change his name? And they did. And just like that, he stopped getting sick and he's living a good life now. So I was like, interesting, okay. Because names can be like mantras. You repeat it a lot, people call you by that name. So it's like a mantra. So if your name means ray of sunshine or the sunrise, then you're gonna attract more light or positivity, or people are gonna feel comfortable around you. That's just my way of looking at life. And my name represents me really well. I'm delicate in every aspect of life and at work. It's part of my strength.
Have you always been delicate?
Yes. Sometimes I went through a phase to hide it. And no, I don't want to be delicate. I just want to be tough and strong and macho, but as a woman. And then I was like, no. Let's go back to who I am.
Why do you have this positive energy in you? We haven't even started. It's 3 minutes.
I don't know why. I think I was born like that, but I also am very intentional. How I spend my day, who are the people that I spend my time with, the things that I consume, whether it was on social media, the books that I read, the music that I listen to. I'm very intentional because I know that everything you repeat becomes part of your routine. And I'm not just saying that to sound smart. I genuinely do that on a daily basis. So that's basically it. What you consume consumes you at the end of the day, or shapes you or affects you one way or another. If you spend time with people who complain most of their time, you're going to feel a bit heavy and you don't know where that is coming from. You're going to feel some sort of negativity. You're going to, why do I feel bad? Why is there heaviness on my chest? And if you reflect or look back, where am I spending my time and energy? And you find out that you're spending with someone who has zero gratitude in life, for example, and can only focus on the things that are not working. You'd be like, that's why I picked it up from that person. I don't do that anymore. So I protect my energy. It pisses people off a lot. Why are you being so picky? Why are you being so, not harsh, but like, how do I say that? I have the word in Arabic. Picky is the right word. Like, you have so many rules, you have so many boundaries. Oh, yes, I do. And you should as well. And that's it. I think when you go through so much in life and you get away with it and you get a second chance to build a new life, you value the brighter side of it. Even when things are not working out collectively, globally, or even on a personal level, you value the meaning of every day. Like, to give you an example, my birthdays are now called bonus years because I know how, not how important, but how valuable birthdays are, which means you're getting a chance to do life all one more year, one extra year. So I call them bonus years. That's how I would answer it. It's just how you reframe things or the way you look at things. And it's a choice. I could have a bad day, or I no longer have bad days. I have bad moments. And you choose, or you know what? I'm feeling upset. I'm feeling disappointed. I'm feeling frustrated. What can I do with it? I have my own tools. I have my own coping skills. And then I'd be like, and that's it. I'm not going to let it control me. Now I'm that person, but it took decades of work. So thank you for picking up on that energy. That's why I'm positive.
Gratitude for what?
Mahran, gratitude for everything. I mean, grateful. So I have a ritual with my partner. We always express gratitude for waking up, for example. That's one of the things that we take for granted. So grateful for a new day. Grateful for meeting beautiful people like you. Beautiful for being able to do what I do for a living that are something I'm so passionate about and I love. What a blessing to be able to combine your passion with your business, for example. I'm grateful for that because not too many people get to do that. I'm grateful for the freedom that I was able to create in my life. The freedom to choose, freedom of choice is something that we take for granted. It's so easy to be, it's your choice, but for some people it's not. So yes, gratitude is a huge part of my life because if you're not grateful for the ups in your life or the downs that have brought you somewhere that you never imagined you would be, what are you doing? And part of it, it teaches you, part of gratitude, it also teaches you that sometimes enough is enough. There's no need to chase for more. There's no need to cry over spilled milk. Enough is enough. Today is a good day. At this moment, I'm happy, I'm safe, I'm healthy. Let's go. Let's enjoy it. Carpe Diem. I'm loving your smiles. You're processing something. What is it?
We live in Dubai.
Yeah.
One of the most luxurious cities in the world.
I agree.
Really safe. It's home. I've been here for 34 years. Has lots of positives, you know. But then you look at the few negatives. And again, negatives for me. Maybe for someone else, that's the highlight. Life is too luxurious here. So you mentioned having enough. People who live in cities like Dubai, they don't know what's enough. And that's the starting point of having a miserable life. Because you just bought yourself a brand new Toyota that if you were in another country, you wouldn't even be able to buy. But then your neighbor has a Porsche. And you're like, the moment that you get to house, I'm like, what? You know, so that's feeling of satisfaction, being grateful for buying a new car simply fades away because you compare it with someone that you live with. And because I work with kids, same thing with kids. They might have a great family, but they go to school, and in the school, their colleagues are super rich, and they say like, Mom, why aren't you giving me a birthday party with a private helicopter and blah, 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 blah. So there is a lot to compare with here.
May I?
Please.
I see that a lot with the clients that I work with, groups here and there that you meet. It's a very common challenge, which is comparing ourselves to other people's journeys, which is going to create the feeling of less than, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not earning enough, all of that. First side of it, which is, let's go to the kids. That's on their parents. That's not on the kids. Of course, a kid is going to look around and be like, oh, wow, this is really nice. Mommy, why don't we go in a private jet? It's the parents' job and responsibility to help their kids understand the values. Where do you get your values from? What is really important and all of that. I'm not a mother, so I'm not really in a position to tell people how to parent their kids, but this is how they pick up stuff. That's on kids. But the second part of it, which is the adult version, when that happens, one thing I've learned is that your values are misaligned. And you're choosing to surround yourself with people who are going to prove that right. Something is lacking, something is missing, something is not working out for you. You're not successful enough, you're not making, or you're not wealthy enough, you're not sporty enough, you're not handsome enough, you're not whatever that is. Fill in the blanks. If your inner world is not in a good shape, your external world will not reflect a healthy look. So which means if you're someone who's not satisfied with what you have built, where you are, then nothing is going to satisfy you. What is good enough? I've worked with someone who has a garage full of cars, luxurious cars, never good enough. And he drives them and he doesn't feel this, oh, wow. Because internally he has anxiety and self-doubt and the need for external validation. Please love me, please see me, please recognize me. Of course, you're not going to be satisfied with all of that. Yes, Dubai is a luxurious city, but life is what we make out of it. You have two people living in Dubai. One person loves to go to fancy restaurants, VIP places and all of that, only brands and all. Nothing wrong with that if it's making you happy. But if you're just doing it so people can be like, ooh, nice, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons and you're going to go back home and you're going to always feel something is missing. There's a gap. There's a void. On the other hand, you have the second person who chooses to do the simple life in Dubai. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go to a local bakery and just have some coffee. I'm going to stay home because I have everything provided for me, from my books, for my toys, my games, whatever it is. And I'll just be very careful who I spend, where I spend my time and energy. Both of them are in the same environment, but they choose to utilize that environment differently. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go for a spinning class instead of just going for fine dining or whatever it is. Nothing wrong with that, but it's why you're doing it. What are your reasons? If you have great taste in life, for example, or not great, premium taste in life, and you can afford it and you enjoy it, go do it as much as you want. If the heart is happy, if the soul is satisfied, do it as much as you want. But if you're just doing it because you feel like I'm not good enough, no one's going to love me, no one's going to respect me, no one's going to... Then, my love, this is losing battle. You're not going to win. And even if I take you to a more luxurious city, it's not going to be enough for you. So I would start from here. What is missing? What is the thing that you're trying to buy? Some people try to buy love. Some people try to buy respect. Some people try to buy status, which is fake. What are you buying? I would shift from this to go buy your inner peace, and whatever it's gonna that cost, pay it. It's going to be worth it.
You mentioned boundaries earlier.
My favorite word.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You said you have a lot of boundaries.
I do.
Can you mention a few of them?
So one of the boundaries is if you want to come to me with, let's say, a problem or an issue or a challenge, I'm more than happy to listen to you and hold space for you as a friend, but you have to take permission from me first. So I always make it a rule. If you want to come to me with something, ask if I have the capacity to listen to you. Do not dump your problems on me. And a lot of people take that as a given. If you are my friend, then I can just pick up my phone and be like, oh my God, Rahaf, you can't believe what just happened to me. And no. Ask me if I have time. Ask me if I'm willing. Ask me if I have the capacity. And that bothered a lot of people. For me, I would be doing that person a service. If you need me, you have to get the best version of myself. So if I don't have the capacity to listen to you, I'm doing you a disservice because I might having some issues on my own, or I might not be in the mood, or I might not be interested. It could be either way. You will never get the reason, but ask me if I'm open or I have the capacity. That's one boundary. Second boundary is when I say I want to leave, I'm leaving. I will not fall under peer pressure. I will not engage in any gathering or whatever it is, as simple as being invited to dinner. It happened just a few days back, actually. We were invited to dinner. The first thing that I clarified, I will not be eating because I have a certain eating schedules or windows. I will not be drinking. So please do not offer me any drinks. And when we say we want to leave, do respect that because we're trying to sleep early. Done. Let's go. So when I say boundaries, it's just not an attempt, but it's just me, one, honoring myself because I have been neglecting her, betraying her for so long that it's time that, you know what, Rahaf, whatever you feel like it, if it's doing harm to none, let's go. So one is to just honor myself. And two, to also give permission to people. At the end of the day, I believe however you behave or you show up, it's going to inspire someone. It's going to create some curiosity. Oh, I've never met someone like that. Why do you do it? How do you do it? Then I would be more than happy if someone went, you know what? I need to learn how to say no more. I need to learn how to stick to my ground and be like, you know what? I'm not drinking today, and no peer pressure in the world is going to change my mind. Yes, I do sleep early. Nothing wrong with that. No, I'm shifting from going out in the weekends to just sticking to weekdays, whatever it is. That's one side of it. The second side of it, no one can reach me after, let's say, 6 p.m. If you have an emergency, call the police. I'm not the person for that. These things is for people who are not used to it. It's gonna really be like, why is she like that? Why are you like that? Don't you like us? Don't you want to spend? Oh, I do. It's just not in the way that doesn't really make me love myself. I don't love myself when I am being in this kind of environment, for example. I don't like it when I'm pressured. I don't like it when there's crowd or loud music. Or I'm just giving examples that I resonate with. So why? If you want to have time with me, let's do it in a way where I can shine and reflect that shining on you. So that's one boundary. Another boundary could be how you speak to me. If you want to have a conversation, even if it led to a disagreement, here are my non-negotiables, tone-wise, language-wise, whatever that is. And so now I'm more vocal about it. And I love it when people start to feel like uncomfortable and I'm just take it or leave it. Work-wise, if someone wants to partner up with you, for example, before you used to get the feeling, oh, someone wants to work with me. Now it would be like, perfect, let's have a conversation. here's how I would suggest we start the partnership. Here's what I require from you. Oh, no, that's not going to work. This is how we do things. Yeah, but this does not align with the brand that I'm building or with the message or with the mission or whatever it is. And it happened recently where I was very clear. My business is human-centered. Here's what I require. And they wouldn't. And it's a huge brand. And I was like, thank you. Good luck with your future partnerships. I'm out. That used to get me or make me feel so anxious because people pleasing. Oh my God, what if I lose lots of opportunities? You know how a brain works. It convinces you that what you're doing is wrong because most of the time, the right decision feels wrong. You're not going to feel good about a right decision for you because you're not used to it. It's not familiar. Oh my God, are we going the other way now? So boundaries is just to help me show up in the best possible way for you. It's not about you being stopped or asked to act differently. No. You be you, I be me. But here's my world. Here's how I show up in it. And here are my, let's say, not rules, but it's, if you want to be part of that circle, this is how we show up. If that works for you, then we are a good match. And if it doesn't, then please go live your best life. Do not involve me in it because I will not be a good match for that. So.
People don't label you selfish?
Yeah, of course. But it's good. The healthy kind of selfish is the one that makes you feel good about yourself and not harming anyone. If I'm not hurting someone with me being selfish, then why not? What is selfish? Selfish is just you prioritizing yourself, loving yourself. And loving yourself is not just you going to a barber shop, a massage, or... No, loving myself means I have to make decisions related to people in my life. Probably it's going to involve people who have been in your life for, let's say, a decade. And you have to let them go. That's the right decision for now. How am I going to make that decision? How am I going to have that conversation with them? That's self-love. If you are someone who loves sports and someone else's definition of fun is going dancing every night, you're not going to be a good match. Self-love is recognizing it, speaking it or naming it, and then addressing it. So yes, I am selfish. And if it's not hurting you, it's just triggering your ego or triggering something in you, go do your work. I've done mine. I'm still doing mine. And this is how I'm going to show up as long as it makes me true to myself or close to myself. 1 year from now, we never know. So that's what are your boundaries?
Ooh, my boundaries. Similar to you, if you want my help, don't waste my time. So if you want to share something with me and you want my opinion, I'd be happy to do it for free. But make sure when we sit down, you have a plan.
Oh,
it's not like, hey,
like
I have
an
this
agenda.
plan.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And I did this 2 years ago with one of my staff. We had a meeting outside the office and he wanted to discuss something. We sat down, I got the coffee and I'm like, okay, go. I was like, yeah, we want to do this. And with the boys, I'm like, where is your presentation? He said, no, I want to check if it's okay with you, then we'll work. And I said, listen, I'm going to go now, enjoy your coffee. Next time when you have a meeting with me, make sure you prepare because I gave you my time and basically you just turned up. The best move I did because then the other employees heard about it. So whenever we meet, they know that if they come up with a plan or if they have anything, I'm going to ask questions. So that's one. The other one is if you cross the red line, I'm done.
What's a red line? Do they know about it?
No.
So that's
but
something
they
I'm
should.
learning.
No,
You
they should. Like, because I'm not asking like for some self-made lines, like respect, trust,
Okay,
loyalty.
yeah. We're talking about the, okay.
Basics,
Basics.
loyalty. So,
Yeah.
so if you cross the line and go and talk behind my back, I'm done with you.
I have the same. Yeah.
Like, I do it, it's my ego talking, yeah? I do it so sharply, and people complain that, oh, we were friends for 5 years. I'm like, yeah, but you did not respect the friendship. You went and spoke behind my back on social media. You went and you liked the posts that were talking negative about me and my family. You liked that. So you're not in my team. And I'm not going to even bother asking you. Because I know your intentions. It's very clear that you are waiting for a chance. And you know what? Thank you so much for our friendship. Some friendships fade away with time. This is the
Yeah,
one.
they fall out.
So yeah.
These are work-related boundaries. Do you have boundaries in your personal life?
I don't have a personal life.
That's a red flag. Mehran. Oh. Do you have a bell?
I have 2 daughters that I'm taking care of, lots of cats, a dog, and my work. And also working out 4 times a week. That's it.
Okay. It's not my show. I'm not going to ask any questions,
You
but I do
can.
have a lot of questions
Go
for
ahead.
you.
Go ahead.
No, but it might not be applicable to you, but most people, especially men, when they have so much on their plate like this, kids and work out, means they're avoiding something or running away from something. So which one is it?
Probably avoiding something.
Okay.
You know, when you have a lot on your plate, you can't risk another aspect of your life going wrong. So you rather not have that. And imagine like a single father, like it's not easy, you know,
I
especially
can
if you
imagine.
have girls, teenagers, you want to give them everything you have. So I've been avoiding that probably. You're right.
But to give your daughters everything you have to give Mehran everything he has as well, or everything he deserves. And that includes you confronting every single emotion, pain, whatever that is bugging you, to avoid it, grab it, put it in front of you and be like, let's fucking go. Because that risk you're talking about could be the reason why your life and your daughter's lives are going to be uphills onward because of that risk that you took. You can never, like it's a movie that we know what's the ending gonna be, but because we don't want to go through the character's journey, let's say the painful one, the, oh my God, is he gonna make it? Is he not gonna make it? You're gonna make it. But it's gonna hurt. The only difference is one kind of hurt is going to be long-term, and that's the one that's going to nag you on your deathbed, God forbid. And the second kind of hurt is going to be short-term. We don't know how short-term, but it could be a window of 1 year. It could be 3 years. It could be even 5 years. And then you're done. And then you get to live the 50, 60 years. Someone coming to you and be like, why are you so positive? How did you make it? My 2 cents.
Okay. I think it's relevant now. I don't know what it is. You brought this for me. So
that's the wheeling of emotions.
Okay.
And this is, let's say, a tool, especially for men, because women probably have a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they have the vocab when it comes to expressing their emotions, and they kind of are creative when it comes to it. Men don't have that. Men basically say, I'm okay, I'm fine. But these are not emotions. So I'll give it to you. This has a range of emotions. You look at it and you tell me where on that scale are you in this phase of life, for example.
Definitely not anger, definitely not disgust, not sad. Fear, happy. Let's go happy. I would say optimistic.
Okay.
So I have to narrow it down.
So you're feeling optimistic. Perfect.
Very
Huh,
inspired
very.
and
This
open.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a natural response.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it's my self-conscious. Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Anything else?
No, so basically what happens is when you don't know how to express or to describe the feeling, there are plenty more, but these are probably the basics and the most relevant to us. So, for example, happy, right? What is making you happy? So you look at the wheel and be like, I feel optimistic. Perfect. Now, if you want to go deeper, what do I feel optimistic about? Scale 1 to 10, how optimistic I really feel. So that gives you an insight. And what really helps for people who are new to this, step 1, step 2, identifying the intensity of the feeling and all of that. And then, okay, let's track how optimistic I feel throughout the month, for example. And then you get an insight on your emotional waves. And of course, once you track it and you keep that journal on that with time, for example, a quarter, 6 months or so, then you will have, let's say, elaborative insights on what is triggering you. What happened on that day for me to feel anxious, for example? Who did I meet? Did I have something important? And then you can tell if that anxiety comes when you have something big, or when someone's having a conversation with you, or there's a memory for that day. So, yeah. So I thought it would be a nice gift.
It's really useful because imagine next time I meet someone, it could be one of my players, 10, 11. I'm like, how are you? He says, I'm fine. I'm like, hold on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or like talk to a colleague and you say, how are you? He says like, I'm sad. I'm like, okay, pick one. You're feeling guilty. You're feeling abandoned.
Where on that wheel do you relate
And
to?
then you
You
zoom in.
pinpoint it,
Yeah.
and then you take it to the next level, or the next level, or the next level. But this, for men, it's like a magic. It's like Disneyland. Oh, I've never been. Oh, what the? Oof, I didn't know that. Men, basically, you say, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm happy. I'm okay, I'm fine. This is how we describe our inner world, because men were handed the language of achievement. I talk money, I talk success, I talk achievements, I talk targets. I'm so fluent in this language. That's the language that was handed to men. But they were never handed the language of emotions. They can never be able to articulate and describe or express what's going on internally. So they just hide it or wipe it with everything is fine. But what does everything is fine mean?
How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm feeling grateful, helpful, and satisfied. Grateful, helpful, and satisfied.
It's a very difficult phase of time to be a man. Of course, talking from the man's side, because we can say the same about the woman. Because imagine if you are a 20-year-old man, you just entered the society, you're looking for a job. You're either studying or not. You obviously want to have a great relationship with a beautiful girl. But then you look at the competition, and it's like 30, 35-year-old men with money, good looks, good cars, fancy stuff. You barely have money to invite a girl for a lunch. But then you see men gifting fantastic, fancy, luxurious items. It's depressing. I'm not sure about the number, the statistics. I'm just trying to recall. 35% of men aged 30 in US have never asked a woman out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that. Okay.
Yeah. So imagine almost 1/3 of.
But do we know why?
We do. We have an idea.
Because sometimes it's just fear of rejection. Sometimes it's a story we tell ourselves, which is, no, she's not going to say yes to me, which is fear of rejection. Sometimes it's, I'm not ready yet. I need to pull my shit together. I need to have a proper home in place, a proper bank account in place. So sometimes it's also the story that men tell themselves. Sometimes it's you feeling not good enough for that woman because you think she wants something, but you really can't tell. And I remember one time a comedian, I forgot who, and he said, if you are a single woman, raise your hand. And a lot of women raised their hands. And he took a look and be like, beautiful woman in the house, amazing. Men in the house who are single, raise your hand if you would ask any of these women out. Barely. You could see just a few hands up. And then the comedian said something. My guess is those men are not asking women out because they are scared of rejection and they are scared of a beautiful woman will never look at me. Have you tried humor? Have you tried intellect? Have you tried opening a nice conversation that makes her go like, ooh, let's go for coffee? So there is this side of it. We have this inner voice in our head that we probably picked here and there that tells you stories. Most of them are not true. They do not reflect the reality. Sometimes it's mental health related. It could be you're grieving. It could be you lost something in your life. It could be a person or a job or a sense or something that gave you a sense of security. We don't know what we don't know. And you could be juggling with that, the feeling of anxiety, the feeling of insecurity, the feeling of, oh my God, what do I do now? Which creates panic. Who's going to marry me? And we look at other people, oh my God, he has this fancy car. But so there's so many elements that do play a role in that. We're not going to dismiss it. I am not sure about 20-year-old men. Basically, the work that I do are mid-age onwards, but I'm going to ask you, what do you think would help a 20-year-old guy have his priorities in check, focusing on the right things, accepting things for what they are instead of what he wants them to be? I feel there's a line between having a goal, which is beautiful because it gives you a motivation, which is your motivator, your drive. This is where I want to go. But then you forget that there's a long road to that goal that's going to involve stoplights. There's a green light, there's a red light, there's the in-between light, and you're not going to be comfortable in all of them. So what is it that will help 20-year-old men or guys to have their priorities in check, accept that phase of their life as it is, because so much would be going on in that we've been in our 20s and we know how heavy it can be. And what is the role of parents and teachers and any role model in that kid's life in helping him be the person that he is, not the person you think he should be? That would be my question to you.
That's a long debate.
You have experience more than I do in that.
You know, I'm blessed. So when you say you show gratitude towards life, me too, because I'm so lucky to be able to work with kids, with young men, young women as well. I have a lot of players who are now in their late 20s. So like one of them, Mustafa, it was his wedding in Egypt a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, How old are you? He said, Coach, I'm 29. I'm like, okay, all right. I forget. I still think you're 15, you know? So I do talk to them.
But even if you ask me, 29 is way too young, my love, to get married.
I got married at 21.
Doesn't make it right.
True. Looking at myself now, that's true. Yeah. Role models. Because, you know, if you want to get somewhere, you need to have a map. You need to have a roadmap. You need to have blueprints of what is it that I'm trying to build.
Yeah.
Am I trying to build an aeroplane or am I trying to build a ship? These are two totally different things. So what is
True.
it I'm doing?
True.
So if you don't have access to the right material, you mentioned that earlier, like mental hygiene, the content that you consume. So you open TikTok and this guy is saying that if you don't have a Bugatti, you fail life.
Exactly.
How many people have, I know I don't have a Bugatti and I'll try to be as humble as possible. I consider myself super successful. I don't have a Bugatti and I would never want, if you gave me a free Bugatti, I would not ride it. I would not touch it. If you have role models that smoke a cigar next to 5 women, like this is not real. This will never happen unless you're paying them. Unless you're paying these girls, you would never be smoking cigar with the sunglass and 5 beautiful girls next to you. This is not real.
For me, it would be when I see a scene like that, because you can tell if it's genuine or not. Which insecurity are you trying to hide? Which insecurity are you trying to hide?
Or what lie are you trying to present?
Yeah.
You know, because you have a product
So it
to
comes
sell.
from an insecurity.
I have 2 courses. One is for parents, one for players. So when we were discussing our strategy, a coach, you need to say this in the video so people buy more. I say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have a simple, structured course for parents, and I'm going to have the same for players. If they want, they see the video, they see the 4 modules, 4 weeks. This is what we do. They enroll. I'm not gonna sell it to anyone.
So what is success?
Can you keep this and ask me? Let me finish this because that's another long conversation. So if you are in your early 20s, you need to look at what content you're consuming because, as you said, what you put in your head
100%.
becomes who you are.
100%, yeah.
You know, and then you need to understand that you can get dopamine from porn and run away from finding a beautiful relationship, but this will come back and chase you 5, 10, 15 years, you know, so because it's easy, it's accessible, there is no effort needed, you know. And then you need to look around you. You are not a victim. I'm sure that a lot of people, I know a bit about you. You look at their past and it's so difficult to even talk about the things that they've gone through. But that doesn't mean that you're not responsible for your life. Your trauma, I understand it, but you're not going to dump it on anyone.
It's not a free card. Yeah, it's not
and
a
you're
pass
not going to
card.
dump it on yourself. Khalas, it's over. Let's see what we can do.
I agree.
And slowly follow the people that have done it before. Someone like, don't come and ask me how to become an actor because I have no clue. But come and ask me, how can I get my life sorted? I can give you structure and help you build a system around yourself. So that's how I see it. And in fact, I have a lot of ex-players. I look at them, I'm so proud. I have one of them, he's 19. He has a startup. I'm like, damn, you're smarter than me. No, coach. Yes. And it makes me happy.
Nice.
You know? But going back to success.
Because you said something about the 20-year-old definition of success. I was like, okay, what is success?
You asked me 6 months ago, it was something. Today, it's something completely different. I can give you many answers, but at this point of my life is first, being able to sleep at night.
Nice.
First. And when I say that, I'm trying to run away to give you an answer because it connects to so many things. Your emotional well-being has to be okay. Your physical well-being has to be okay. Your nutrition has to be okay. Your relationship has to be okay for you to be able to sleep at night. That's one. The other one is to have meaningful relationships. not just with your daughters or parents or friends, but with anyone. It could be someone you meet in the elevator. You know, that ability that I can do that. And of course, stability, which comes from emotional stability and then financial stability. Everything is connected. These are the things that at this point of my life, at the age of 44, I can tell you. But 10 months ago, it's like, let's have 500 players, let's have this much money in the account, you know, but then you realize nothing is certain. We are not in control of anything at all. Even our actions, you know, that's debatable, that if we are in control. But let's assume that we are.
Interesting.
Let's assume free will exists and we are in control of what am I going to read or what am I going to scroll, or today I feel tired, so should I go to the gym or should I stay home and eat mashed potato? You know?
Mashed potato.
Mashed potato, yeah. So, yeah.
So community, connection, taking care or listening to your body's needs and making sure that it's my keystone habit or keystone thing that will take care of all the other things in my life. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
With
Thank
pleasure.
you for sharing.
But I'm talking more than you now, so I need to stop.
That's one of my powers. So
Of course. You said
Let's go.
you celebrate life.
I am a life celebrator, yes.
Do you have the perfect life?
Of course not.
Can you tell me what happened to your father?
My father, hey, good. My dad, Habibi Baba. My dad died of suicide in 2010. That was the start of me realizing how bad men's mental health is when it comes to us talking about it, recognizing it, or even knowing about it, let alone talk about it. I didn't know it's something that existed. Show men's mental health, show depression for men. I didn't really understand it or was aware of it. So my dad died of suicide in 2010, which was a shock to me. And now when I look back, of course you're going to be shocked because we were in a society that kept everything hush-hush. If someone is sick, hush-hush. If someone is going through a bad phase in their lives, it could be a divorce, it could be a bankruptcy, it could be an abortion, whatever that phase is, hush-hush. No one knows about it. But if there's a wedding, if someone got an honorary grade in school or university, we celebrate. If someone gave birth to a kid, so why are we celebrating highlights of life if that's what you're going to categorize as a highlight, and we are not highlighting the lows of life? Why are we? So when did we learn that we are not supposed to be human beings? And when did we categorize it and made it like a battle or war between men and women? Well, wait, there's something that doesn't add up. So I asked all of these questions. At the same time, I'm grieving, I'm angry, I'm so much, like I'm feeling so much at the same time. And it started with two things. One, I'm going to take revenge on whatever pushed my dad to make that decision. Two, no girl is going to lose her dad for something that he can't talk about. Let's go. Therapy. That's how it started. So I'm sure I don't talk about that story from that angle anymore, but that's how it started. I made it my mission, which is now taking a different angle, but we talk about women empowerment, which as a woman, I appreciate, I respect, thank you. But why are we dismissing the other 50% of the society? Why is my empowerment or my strength or my mental health comes above someone else's mental health? Why are we making it a battle? That part still until today piss me off. It pisses me off. If you want to advocate for mental health, you have to advocate for everyone. Men, women, kids, teenagers, black, white, Lebanese, Persian, Egyptian, whatever. We need to stop filtering or having a selective kindness, selective empowerment. Yeah, I would empower kids, but not these ones. Yeah, I'm with men's rights, but not these ones. A huge disclaimer. I'm not advocating or supporting any person who comes with evil intentions or evil energy. No. These people need help or jail. But I'm talking about us, the day-to-day interactions, people, the people we meet on the streets, at business, at work. Why is your mental health more important than mine? So I started the business around it. Because at the end of the day, we need men in our lives. A dad, a son, a brother, a colleague, a boss, a husband, a father-in-law, a granddad. Oof, we need you. And because we need you to build our own families, for example, let's go to this side of the conversation. Woman who loves to build a family, don't you want a healthy and a happy one? For that to happen, you need, as a woman, to be feeling calm and safe and grounded and in your feminine. طيب, you need a masculine. And he needs to feel recognized and supported and seen and heard and loved. And you too are going to create a kingdom with little kids who are going to watch you and learn from you all about love and life and prioritizing yourself and being selfish for the good reasons. What is marriage? What is this? And so men are I have to be very careful how I describe this. I don't have the word, but I'm going to say it takes two. That's it. It takes two. I'll take care of my mental health. And if you're not aware of what to do, I'll help you. I'll show you the way. I'll stand by you. I will not be your voice, but I will encourage you to use yours with so much patience and grace. Whatever you need, let's go. We are a team. That's the narrative I'm pushing these days. That, you know what? This life will never have a nice taste or flavor without both of us enjoying it. If I'm just enjoying life while you're struggling with it, that's not a life. Both of us. Sometimes my pace is faster than yours. That's okay. That's fine. I'll wait for you. I'll keep taking care of myself. I'll keep watering myself. But I'll also, if I'm not the person taking care of you, I'll take you to someone who can. But you're not alone. That's how I would define you are not alone. When we say you are not alone, means you mentioned something that for kids, hang out with people who know, who've made it. That's it. So I love it when a man is vocal about their mental health. I used to have a podcast, which is Don't Be a Man About It. And I've heard stories from men. It really makes you realize that either we were lied to, blindfolded. Oh my God, this has to change. Men suffering from depression for more than 20 years in silence. And that caused physical illnesses. Postpartum depression for men, for first-time fathers. What do? I have a kid and I have my wife to take care of, and I've never done this before. No one talks about a new dad, but we all go to the new mom. Congratulations. How can we help? So I've heard so many stories, from depression to suicidal ideation, anxiety, divorce. How many men I've had a conversation with about their divorces, you rarely hear someone going like, "Are you okay, man? Are you feeling okay?" Instead of saying, "You'll be fine, let's go for a drink." So I don't know where we go from here. I can talk about this for long time.
In your opinion, when two people go out, who should pay? Man or the woman?
I hate that question, man. I don't like it.
Answer me.
We should
Why do you
stop
hate it?
asking these questions. Why are we on a date?
Who's paying?
Why are we on a date?
To get to know each other.
Okay, who asked for the date?
The man?
You pay for it.
Okay. I'll happily pay. I'll happily pay.
No,
But I have a different logic.
For me, I love it when a man takes the lead. From where I stand today, I believe a man should take the lead. You pay on dates, you take care of, you provide if you want, but you will also be pampered. You will also be spoiled. You will also be like showered with surprises and gifts, even if it makes you uncomfortable because you're not used to it. We're in this together. The split of who takes care of what, it's not going to be 50-50. If that's the answer you are
No, my logic,
fishing for.
obviously, if you're raised in Middle East, there is no way you let the woman pay. Because nothing to do with your ego. Like you're raised to
No, I
take
understand.
Care,
I get
because
it.
some people think, oh,
I
it
get
hurts your it hurts your ego. That so there is always that angle. But my logic is when you go on a date, it takes the man 5 minutes to get ready. But you look at the woman, she has to take a shower, do her hair, do her face, change a dress 10
Wait,
times.
do men not shower before dates?
We do. We might. We might. But just as a sign of appreciation, you can pay the bill. So, but your face when I ask.
I'm not on that. No.
Okay.
If you're paying it for, because that sounds to me that it's like the beginning of keeping scores. Mm-hmm. So I did this time, you're going to do this for me next time. No. This is a call for resentment, disappointment, and the gap is going to grow bigger and bigger because at the end of the day, someone's going to feel less than. I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy. I don't feel supported. I've done this for you, but you have done this for me, and it's not the same. And it becomes a competition. If I am in a relationship with you, I have zero interest in competing with you. We either complement one another. So if you're good in math and I'm not, but I'm good in emotions, I'll take care of that department. You take care of that department. So together we're stronger. Today you want to lean on me? I have two shoulders. And if tomorrow I want to lean on you, perfect. There's a day we don't need to lean on anything. Let's go. I don't like it when a concept, a suggestion, or something that invites competition between a couple. If you're not a couple, even as friends, why are we competing and what are we competing for? It's not a race. Take a breath, cool down, and remind yourselves and each other, what are your values? What are your priorities? Why are you here? And why are you with me? So if you want to pick up the dates bill because you want to and you're enjoying my company, let's go. If you're doing it because you have a secret agenda I'm not aware of, please let me go.
What do you mean, secret agenda?
Secret agenda. Every person has a secret agenda. I want to get married because my mom wants to see the kids. Or I just want to have a sexual relationship with that woman and she looks amazing. Let me take her to a fancy restaurant. Or whatever that is. Even for women, sometimes they have secret agendas. I don't know. But if you're doing this, to have a life partner, something that Susan Sarandon said in one of her movie scenes, to have someone to witness life with you, then we are not going to discuss who's going to pay the bill on a date. We're going to discuss visions. We're going to discuss so many things, but not this. We're going to focus on improving the quality of our life together as a couple and as individuals. You grow, and I'll support you with that. I will grow. So it's like the, I think it's a concept, I don't know, but it's my world, your world, and our world. That's the winning formula. Is it always balanced? No. Will there be compromises? Yes. Will there be disagreements? Or yes. But it's how you do it, and it's how you approach it. And again, remember, like for me, it's always the anchor reminder. We are a team. We're not competing, and we're not fighting against each other, and we're not I'm not here to attack. I'm here to understand. Help me understand.
Do you do couple therapy?
I do couples coaching, but I don't do therapy.
What's the difference?
But I do. The difference is therapy will go back to your past and where did that come from? Where is the root of this? No, I don't do that. In my couples coaching program, I help the couple to find a common language. Because, for example, Mehran is in a relationship with someone. Mehran thinks that if he takes quality time with himself, that's selfish and that's going to ruin the relationship, or he's going to be judged, blamed, whatever it is. On the other hand, his partner feels suffocated because Mehran is always there. That's just a misunderstanding. You're making an assumption. I'm just giving a very basic example, which results in you feeling resentful. You're not in like 100% in the relationship. You're going to take it out on her every now and then. It's going to lead to passive aggressive language. And she's going to feel like, leave me alone. Why are you being controlling? Why are you being this? Don't you trust me? And it's really not, it's not that deep. But you made an assumption. If I take time to practice a hobby, an interest, to meet a friend, to do something just for me, she's going to think I don't love her. So in that program, we basically help them, one, understand where you come from, what you value in this relationship, why are you here? And we do combined human design reading for both of them to see where you meet, where do you complement one another, where are you compatible, and what are your areas of improvement, and how can you play with it, how can you dance with it, how can you approach it by staying on the same team, even when things are hard, man. Even when things are hard. So there's no place for defensiveness. There's no place for attacking. There's no place for projection. You can realize it. You can notice it. And then you will learn how to express it. That's what I do with them. And oh my God, it's so emotional sometimes. Because at the end of the day, you are holding space for two children who just want to enjoy life in a grown-up body. I don't know how to explain it other than that. It's like two kids. I want to play with this toy, but I want to, okay, why don't we either share the toy, have different schedules, for examples, or whatever it is. So that's basically what I do. We cover trust, money, family, time, visions, goals, dreams, values, all of it. Let's go.
Why are so many people alone these days? Like, you remember the comedian? Why is that?
I don't have an answer to that. I really don't have an answer to that.
You don't know?
You mean alone or lonely?
No, why are people single?
I can't really answer that. I can share from my experience.
Yeah? I went to a concert a few months ago, and you could see everybody's there with their friends.
I can share my experience. I've been Now I'm in a committed partnership, but I chose to be single for a long, long, long time. And I'm saying like 4 years, 5 years, probably on and off. You go on dates and then be like, in my case, I chose to focus on myself. What does that mean? Okay, I have friends. I have a business I'm growing back then. I have my therapy to focus on. Let's enjoy life. So I started to travel more often on my own. I began Ray Day, which is a day in the week where I take myself out on dates. People used to give me that reaction. What do you mean? I mean, everything I like to do on a date, I'll do it myself. So I started to...
What did you call that?
Ray Day. Because people call me Ray, raise your mental health. So Ray.
So you made that up?
Rahaf Day. Yeah.
Okay.
And then every time I...
So
do you
if
have
I
a
do
Mehran
it,
Day?
it's what, May Day?
Mehran Day.
Okay.
So what does that look like? Today I feel like going out for a concert. I take myself to the concert, fully dressed up, front row. Love it. And then I take myself to dinner because I have to eat after everything. So by self-discovery, knowing myself, grieving past versions of myself and letting go of that story and opening the door to a woman that I'm ready to receive, I'm ready to love, and I'm ready to, you know what, let's go. When I met my partner, I wasn't even thinking about it. It wasn't really planned. It was, seriously, I was in my pajamas, messy bun, no makeup. We didn't talk for the rest of the day. We connected days later, and it wasn't really on my
Where was that?
radar. Almost 3 years ago.
No, where was it?
Here in Dubai.
No, like how can you?
Oh, you want me to give you the
Yeah,
juicy story?
yeah.
Mahra. Hi. We got invited to a breakfast. Just a small group of people, 5 or 6. My first reaction was like, you know what? I'll skip. I don't want to come. No, come. It's just a small group. Okay, let's go. And I go there, and I remember I arrived like 10 minutes late. He didn't like it. He's Dutch, so he's very punctual in the timings. And then my reaction, I think it's like, chill, it's Saturday, I'm Lebanese, let me be. And we didn't really engage during the day. Then a few of us stayed longer till lunch. We ordered pizza. One of those pizzas had pineapple.
Oh my God. Who puts pineapple on pizza?
Thank you so much. And that's exactly what I said when I saw him picking up a piece. And I'd be like, seriously, dude, pineapple on pizza, come on. As a mental health coach, you're very judgmental. And that's how the spark started. That's basically it. We picked it up from there, we met, and we laid down all of our cards, which means all the big topics that people avoid on the first dates. I was like, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. What do you think of this? Do you want this? Do you want that? How do you feel about this or this? All of it. Okay, I think we are aligned. Let's go deeper. Let's get to know each other. 2 months, 3 months into the relationship, we made it official. In December, we celebrate our 3rd anniversary. Our first few arguments were a bit of pull and push because we were still trying to understand different backgrounds, different languages, different interpretations of the language. Sometimes I say a word, what you hear is not what I meant. So we went through all of that. Now our arguments don't last, seriously. Even the biggest ones wouldn't last more than an hour max. And that's like, we're being generous with it. We learned how to hold space for the big emotions without feeling threatened by it. We learned how to always assume the best in one another. You talk about boundaries. That was one of my boundaries. Listen, whatever happens in this space, we always assume the best intentions. I'm going to always assume that you have the best intentions for me and this relationship. Please do the same. So if I say something that triggered you or probably offended you or anything, ask me, what did you mean by saying that? And I'll do the same. For him, it was a very unfamiliar way of doing things. And for me, it was my first healthy relationship. So I wanted to be like, you know what, let's, it's okay. It's going to be uncomfortable. He's going to show me unintentionally sometimes the areas that I need to work on as well. What a long answer to how did you meet? But basically that's how we met and how we took it from there. And we both were in it for the right reasons. And that made things really easy. And based on everything that works or doesn't work, I apply in my program, because you would never see me promoting something or working on something or even offering something that I haven't experienced myself.
That's the way to do it. Do you believe in love?
Yes, of course.
What's your definition?
I love love. Are you kidding me?
What's your definition of love?
Why? Love is life. Love is enjoying a sunset just because. Love is hugging someone because you enjoy their energy and their presence and you just want to, I wish I could express how much you mean to me, so I'm going to hug you. Love is a cup of coffee in the morning listening to music. Love is sharing something that brought you a positive feeling with someone. Oh my God, you have to listen to this song. It's so nice. Love is making the right decisions even when it doesn't feel good. You know it's coming out of love. Love is holding someone's hand or just sitting next to them when they're grieving, when they're crying, when they are in pain, when life hits them with something. For me, the base is love. The core is love. I love love. And I don't know, but I hope that I do reflect it in anything that I do or say, because without love, there's no heartbeat, there's no pulse. So for me, that should be the base of everything. If you don't love what you do, stop doing it. If you don't love yourself with someone, stop hanging out with them. If you do not love the energy that you reflect, work on it. See where the leak is coming from and خلاص, get rid of that leak. If you don't love the trip or the vacation you're going on, خلاص, drop it, go to somewhere else. It has to come from love. Love is passion, love is life. I love it. I love it. Do you believe in love?
Of course.
You hesitated.
No, because when I say, okay, let's redefine. What I meant is like, I should have been more clear.
Did you mean, do I believe in love at first sight?
Yes.
No.
That's what I should have asked, yeah.
But it's okay. No, I don't.
We might be triggered by someone quickly, like...
I believe in nervous system relaxation at first sight. Yes. Oh, I feel calm around this man or around this person. I feel myself. I don't have to perform. I don't have to wear a mask. Oh, I don't have to show up in a specific energy or state to impress. I believe in that. Yes, 100%. And then you get to learn why you felt that way. But love at first sight? No. I'm a huge believer in the love that grows with time. Oh, that's the one that lasts. That's the one that wins. I believe in that. I would rather grow in love than...
Yeah.
So when someone tells me, oh my God, he gives me butterflies, run.
Really?
That's a red flag. If someone tells me, oh my God, I'm falling in love. Okay, I'm not going to dismiss it or take it away from you, but please take me through it. Like, what do you mean when you say this or that? Because butterflies just means you're too excited. You're too excited. Your hormones are way too up. Tell me how you feel when it's a mundane day on a boring Tuesday. Do you still feel those butterflies? For me, I'd rather not feel the butterflies. I recently learned that when you feel a butterfly, it could be also you associating a certain feeling with a memory that is not really good for you. So, for example, if someone comes and says he feels like home, perfect. Home is a beautiful feeling. But was home a good one for you as a kid? Because sometimes home is chaotic. Home is loud. Home is aggressive. Which home are you referring to? So that's why I do not agree to those statements anymore. I do not encourage these anymore. No, I'd rather, how do you treat each other on a boring day, on an argument, on a disagreement, when things don't go as you planned or as you expected, you traveled and then you got a hiccup at the airport, or you're exhausted, you're hungry. How do you treat each other on those days, on those situations? And then I'll tell you if that's love or not. When someone disrespects you, how do you behave? Or disrespect your partner, how do you behave? Who do you go when there's a problem? To a therapist or to a friend who's jealous of you? This is love. Making those simple, small choices every single day, that will compound into a strong foundation for your relationship. That's love. Love is not flower bouquet on Valentine's. No, get me a flower bouquet, but just because. You saw it and you'll be like, oh, she's gonna like it. A little note that says good morning. So I can wake up and that would be the first thing that I see if you left to work early, whatever it is. Tell me how you spend your day-to-day lives. How do you show up for one another, even when it's not convenient? Then we can define or describe the relationship. But don't come to me and brag about, oh my God, look at this gift. Look where he took me. I don't care about that. That will not last. Tell me about this. When you expressed an insecurity, when you opened your heart about a certain vulnerability, how did he react to that? And vice versa. Does he feel safe around you to say, I had a bad day, or I didn't like the way you spoke to me in front of my friends? Or how are you going to respond to that? That's love. The choice you make. That's how I would define it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel you make people uncomfortable. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I don't do it intentionally.
You don't do it intentionally?
I do get that feedback a lot.
Okay.
But I don't do it intentionally. By just being me, speaking my mind, I make people uncomfortable. Because most likely, I'm waking something inside them that they have been putting into sleep for so long. It could be an insecurity. It could be a belief. It could be like I became so known for, the woman that breaks boundaries or breaks stigmas, or so I make them uncomfortable because I'm kind of not encouraging, pushing maybe to look the other way. Stop looking that way. Come with me here. It's beautiful. Come. It's just gonna have a hiccup at the middle of the road, but come here. The vision is brighter. So when I talk about things, so for example, suicide. I was one of the I'm not 100% confident, but I think I was one of the very first women in the Middle East or in Dubai to talk about suicide openly. The amount of times that I was asked, please don't say the word, please don't say the word, please don't say the word, is like limitless or endless. Suicide. It's a fact. It's part of our realities. We have so many people dying from suicide that we even don't have the exact number anymore because it's happening way too fast. The last time I checked, the suicide rate for men is three higher than women. So 3 men are dying by suicide for one woman. That's a lot. I need to talk about this and we need to address it. Because if you took care of your boy's mental health at a very young age, we will not have depressed and struggling men. If you teach your boy that success is a calm, regulated nervous system, is doing your hobbies with a full heart, is having proper connections, then he will not have to carry the weight of the fake success that men are paying the price for. So, yes, I do make people feel uncomfortable. If someone is making fun of marriage, for example, yeah, my wife is this or my husband is that, and we make fun of it. No, that's you projecting your own reality and experience from marriage on someone else's. I will not stay silent on that. I will call you out because marriage is beautiful when it's with the right person. And I say it a lot. For example, marriage is not hard. Life is hard. So if your marriage is not satisfying you, that's on you. Do not project it on other people. So I speak about things that probably most of the people sitting on the table are thinking about, but they will not say it out loud. I'm the person who's going to say it out loud.
You okay with the consequences?
Of course, Are you? What is the worst thing that could happen from speaking your mind? You don't want to talk to me anymore? Be my guest. You don't want to have a deep conversation with me? I don't want that either because I'm not interested in shallow, surface-level conversations unless I choose to. But I'm not interested in mediocre conversations or connections. What's the worst thing that could happen? You talking about me behind my back? Please do that free promotion for me. I'm happy with it. I reached a point, Mehran, that I'm finally coming back home to myself, which is confident. I'm so comfortable in my skin with my choices, with my decisions. I take full ownership and accountability on how my life's going to end up or where it's going to end up. If I make this choice, I'm happy to pay the price or to bear the consequences, and the other way around. But I'm no longer doing it to please someone or to buy something, which is buying people's liking for me. I don't want to be, it's not attached. What is the word? Compliant. I'm not going to be that woman anymore because I have been doing this for as long as I remember. So yes, I will make people uncomfortable, but I'm not like going out of my way to make you uncomfortable. My existence, the way I show up is making you uncomfortable. Look in the mirror. What is it teaching you? What is it showing you? What is it trying to tell you? Why did you feel triggered, bothered, or uncomfortable? Is there something in me that you like that you can't reach yet? Learn how to. So, and it applies to me, huh? Many people, not many, but there are people who I feel uncomfortable around. Oh, why do I feel uncomfortable? Is there a sense of, I wish, or is it more of, I love, I appreciate, or how? What is it? I ask myself, okay, wait, why are we feeling uncomfortable? Why are we feeling jealous? Why are we feeling insecure? What happened? You take those as teachers. You take those as, I have one more thing to work on. Let's go. I wasn't like that. It took a long road of doing the inner work, trial and error, what works, what doesn't. And then I call it the folder of proof, which is every time I do something unfamiliar and works, and I check in and be like, oh, no anxiety, no stress. Interesting. You add it to your proof of folder or folder of proof. And then one more. And then you extend it. And then you stretch it. And then you go, let me try one more. And then it becomes your normal. Okay, that's the woman that I am today. So I would take discomfort as a message, as your messenger. What is it trying to tell you? And we take it from there.
You know, I always say it's the job of the coach to make you uncomfortable. And it's the job of the coach to show you the mirror. Say, hey,
100%.
no one's doing that, but I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the one that you will not like for now. And then you decide what you want to do with this.
I had a client once come to me and the session after, and he said, Rahaf, I hate you with all my heart. Oh, what were you processing? What were you thinking about? What hit? What clicked? So, yes, I agree with you, but it's not just business related. It's just the way I show up. So what you see here is exactly the way I'm outside with my partner, my friends, my clients. I do not shine or clean my image to pretend, to perform, I stopped doing that. I used to do it a lot. Rahaf, be more professional here, less chaotic there, less loud here. La. I'm going to show up with the energy that I believe is the right energy, for example. Khalas, I'm very excited today. Let me be excited. If my excitement is bothering you, why are you being so miserable, for example? I want to talk about a topic that you think is not appropriate for this environment. Tama, that's on you. Who said we can't talk about feelings at work? No, I want to talk about feelings at work. So, coming back home to myself, I always refer it as this. I came back home to myself. I'm planning to stay a long time here because I love it. Finally, the right temperature, the right furniture, the right everything. And I only invite people as per I please.
Talk to me about your book.
Rising Above Wounds. Rahaf. Raw. It has a long story. So I was on a podcast, and bless his heart, he said, Rahaf, why don't you write a book? And I do so well with responding. So you come to me with an idea or a suggestion. If it feels right in my body, I'd be like, oh, let's go. Or it's not for me. So my body responded positively to it. But that was like 4 years ago. So the woman who wrote this book is a completely different woman than the one sitting in front of you right now. I thought to document my journey and my story with my family, my own mental health journey. And then, Mehran, by probably right before the last step, which is to send the book to publishing, I removed 80% of it. Because a voice in my head said, who's going to read your story? No one is interested. Change it. So the book has a taste or a flavor of that. This is the version of me that struggled with everything in this book. So I'm honoring her. I gave her a voice, and she chose to use that voice to give people at least a starting point to, if you don't know what to do and you're struggling, this book has really good suggestions. You can do on your own. You can seek an expert. And there's a sneak peek to what I personally went through, and a sneak peek where I am, to give you the before and after, the light and the dark. Rising Above Wounds. And Ra is one of the, let's say, values that I show up. I like it raw. Give it to me. I don't like the performance. I don't like the polished version. Give me the raw version of you. That's how we connect. So I hoped that the book would connect with people, and it did, thankfully. And I just...
No,
I wasn't expecting to talk about my book today, but
thank you so much.
She's a different person now. Let's put it that way.
Of course. I have one final question from you. What's your biggest fear in life?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know anymore.
What's the first one that pops up?
Probably, that's gonna sound, the first thing that crossed my mind, I was like, but that's a fear, or I would be scared, not scared, but that's the thing. I don't think it's a fear, but it's my partner dying.
Okay.
That would be, listen, I paid my debt when it comes to grieving and losing people I love. Let's keep you healthy and fit. I think that would be the only thing that would really scare me, because I do take my time to reflect on questions like this. What is the worst thing? Losing myself again? I'll find her. I'll give her birth all over again. Losing my money, losing my business, I'll do it all over again. Nothing scares me as per se, because you've done it before. It's gonna feel uncomfortable. It's gonna feel heavy for sure, but it's not really a fear. I don't know. Going somewhere else in this world and starting from scratch, I'm actually not starting from scratch. I read it somewhere and it resonates. You're starting from experience. That's so. I don't think I have fears. I do have a fear of snakes. I can't come near them. That's a valid fear.
That's phobia.
That's a phobia, and I don't know where it came from, and I'm not willing.
You don't want.
I don't want to know. Khalas, I've lived a life full of joy and. But yeah, I would think at this point in my life, it's losing my partner to death. I wouldn't. I don't know how I would react to that. What's your fear?
Somebody asked me. But I think we change that every time we are asked.
It does. That's why
Because
it's a struggle for me to think of what are my fears. For now, it would be just snakes and my partner dying. That's it.
I think it's my daughters, their future. Just I want to make sure that they
Is
are.
it a fear or a worry for
It's
you?
a fear.
Okay.
Because like single parents, because if you live with your wife or husband and you're raising a child, it's team. You know that if
It's
you're
a
gone,
teamwork, yeah.
you know.
But you can still have a team and a village behind you without having a
True.
partner.
That's true. But yeah, as of now, I mean, the only thing that comes to my head is the future of my daughters.
So what is the fear exactly?
Them being okay after I'm gone, mainly with the independence financially, especially in this world, that everything is changing. And if you don't have money, if you don't have enough assets, if you don't have enough stability, God knows what will happen. But they'll be fine. We know that.
Of course they will.
You know, but as a parent,
Of course they
that's
will.
what you do. You worry, you know. Thank you so much. Turned
Thank
out
you.
fantastic.
Thank you.
You did make me uncomfortable on few occasions.
I know.
And
I felt it. I sensed it.
And I'm gonna reflect on that. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
Thank you for
appreciate
being
that.
open and for trusting me.
No, it's great. If someone makes you uncomfortable, that's a gift. Use it.
Oh,
Because people avoid that, right?
Yeah,
They don't want
because
to make you
it's-
uncomfortable because then you will not like them.
100%.
You know, but people like you sacrifice yourself so that I can learn something about myself.
Whoa. Thank you.
Thank you so much.